G'day folks, Corey Hinde. I hope you're doing well. How to double your business in 1 year. Bold claim, hopefully doesn't sound too clickbaity, but I'm going to show you how you can do it using non-BS tactics, just things that work, strategies and fundamentals that actually work in business. And these 5 areas are things that I use with people all the time when I'm doing private consulting or advising somebody on how they can grow their business or things they might have missed. So it's a bold claim, and I realize that sometimes on YouTube there's shortcuts and tricks and tactics. Most of this stuff you'll be aware of. It's boring in some instances, but it's the stuff that you should focus on to grow your business in an effective, sustainable way. So just up here, we've got an important line on this slideshow, which is focus on the 5 areas. The first thing you have to do with each of these 5 areas is to measure them. Okay, so once you have data that you can measure, then you can start to improve things. Sometimes you just have to start measuring the thing and you'll naturally improve that. Now, that is a line I got from Brad Sugars recently. I've watched lots of his stuff over the years, so shout out to Brad Sugars for the inspiration for some of this video. I'll pop a link to his content in the video description, but he comes from a business growth and accounting background, so he's big on data. And he talks about another few areas of growing a business, which are more to do with your standard stuff about, average dollar sale, all that sort of stuff, which is really important as well. But this video is more about things you can do to enhance your lead flow and just the 5 areas that I believe are the most important levers you can pull in a business. So let's move into the content and see what we can teach you. Of course, if you want to ask any questions, just pop them in the comments below or reach out to us somehow wherever you might have found us. So the first thing you need to do is organic lead flow. So what that means is people finding you. Okay, so an organic lead is somebody goes, oh, I need a mechanic, and they somehow find you. Typically that'll be on Google or Google Business Profile or somewhere on social media. So I've got these 2 points here, which is the places where organic leads come from. And then I've got a tip here about how you can learn about that stuff. But really, the main thing you need to start on organic lead flow is how many leads are we getting each month and where do they come from in terms of inbound leads. So let's say you get emails on your website. Someone's found your website. They've contacted you. They've phoned you. They've emailed you. They've found your Google Business Profile. They've messaged you. They've reached out. They've found your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page. They've reached out. That is an organic lead. Somebody has searched for your thing. They found you and they've reached out to say, hey, I need your help. Can we talk about the business that you've got and the services that you provide? So that is an organic lead. These are really important because organic leads are usually people with high purchase intent. So they've got a need, they're looking for a solution, and they've found you. So step 1 is what number of leads are we currently getting per month? And then where do they come from? So hopefully you've got some form in your business already to measure this sort of stuff, like a sales CRM, Salesforce, or Pipedrive, or a spreadsheet you've designed yourself. It doesn't really matter what it is. Some of them have got more features than you need, but you should have a way to track your inbound leads. So decide how to tag them and say this is a Facebook lead, this is a Google Business Profile lead, this is a website lead, and then figure out how you can improve that. So simply knowing the number of organic leads in your business and measuring it month to month sometimes is enough to get you improving, because it's now in your mind, you're aware of it, and you want to improve that because you're a human. And once we see numbers and data and scores, we naturally want to improve something. It's like running or golf or any undertaking you've got. There's times and numbers and scores. Naturally, you want to improve them as well as have a good time. So start with this should say how many organic leads are we getting per month? Where do they come from? Okay, so if you simply measure that, you will improve that. Also, if you think about that a lot, then you'll think of solutions and you can reach out to people. You can do your homework on YouTube and blogs, people like myself, and say, hey, we need some help with our SEO to rank higher on Google. We want to rank our Google Business Profile higher. We want to be seen on Facebook more often. You'll just start to naturally solve those problems, because that's what we do as humans. We like to solve problems. Okay, the next thing to focus on of the 5 is pay per click. Okay, so what that really means is ads finding people. And that would be something like somebody goes to Google or Facebook and an ad tracks them down because they've expressed interest in a thing. So like we said before with a mechanic, somebody might go to Google and they might type in mechanic near me, but they'll see an ad that they respond to rather than finding an organic listing. So these are leads as well. So people who find an ad for your services, they're also a valuable lead because they've got high intent. They've said to Google or their computer or Facebook or their phone, hey, I need this thing. And somebody set up an ad campaign to track and find that sort of person and put the ad in front of them, and hopefully that converts. So when you think about pay-per-click, the 2 major ones at the moment on planet Earth are Google ads and Facebook ads. So often businesses will have that being run for them, or they're doing it themselves. So really, with both of those, you need to either learn how to do it yourself or get support doing that, and we are introducing a service for that, so reach out if you need help, or you pay full agency rates, and we've got some people we can refer you to as well. Amanda Roberts up in Auckland, Stuart McAdam down in Tauranga. These are people that we refer business to all the time, and that's because they're really good at their job, and it's a crucial part of business growth is your PPC, your pay per click or paid advertising strategy. So the main thing you need to ask yourself is at the start, and I've got these little tips here, start with, what is our return on ad spend per month? Okay, so that's the first question with pay per click. Let's say you're spending $100. What is that $100 giving us? Is it giving us $200, $300, $400? Hopefully not $50. Okay, so that's where you start. Well, you probably start with, do we have a pay per click strategy? Do we have paid advertising? And if we do, what is our return on ad spend? And then simply, as we said above, track it, understand the data, know what you're getting for return on ad spend, know how many leads you're getting, know how many sales you're getting, and then start to think about ways to improve that either yourself or with help or with an agency that does that for you. So if you just focus on getting data for your paid track, now we've seen this before. People have got ads running. They have no idea what their return on ad spend is or the clients are getting out of that. They have no way to track their results. So track the data and then sit there and think, how can I improve this? Talk to people, hire somebody, engage. The next area to focus on is referral leads, which is people telling people. So I call a referral, somebody says, hey, John, I need a hairdresser. Who do you use? Fred, I need a mechanic. Who do you use? That's the best way to grow a business. This beats SEO, this beats pay-per-click, this beats email marketing, this beats radio advertising. If people positively endorse your business to their friends, it is almost a done deal. This is massive. So every business knows this. Businesses come to us for help with SEO or Google Business Profile or paid advertising, whatever. We're very aware that referral traffic beats everything. So when somebody tells a friend, it's crucial. So hopefully you've got a sales CRM, something that tracks your inbound traffic, your leads, your business, and you can start to figure out which leads came from organic leads, which leads came from paid traffic, which leads were referrals. Okay, now if you've got that data, again, like we said at the beginning of the video, go and figure out how to measure it. Okay, measuring is the first thing in all of these areas. So measure how many referrals we're getting each month, how many people are telling their friends, and once you start to measure that, for some businesses that could be zero. Okay, so they might think, wow, why is that happening? Do we have a follow-up email asking for feedback on referrals? Do we have anything on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or Twitter or wherever we are that helps people to push out to their friends to say, hey, here's a sale, I use these guys, use these guys. Figure out how many referrals you're getting and then figure out how to pour petrol on that fire, because you will find that occasionally you get super referrers in your business, and the best way to uncover those people is give them some way to refer people, give them rewards, incentives, give them gifts, find those people. My very first business that I owned was a fitness business in Sydney in the early 2000s. We figured out very quickly that we had about 3 super referrers in our business, and we did everything we could to get them to refer more people. And it was a crucial thing because, quite frankly, at that time we did not have the budget for paid traffic. We hardly had a website, And this referral lead idea was something that really helped. So again, you've got to figure out how many you're getting, and then think about how we can enhance that flow. Because once you start to find a system that works for getting referrals, you'll realize that the conversion rate of these people from referral to business is stupidly high, and you'll just want more of it, because it can be the single greatest change you make in your business is making it easier and more efficient for people to tell other people. If you're the best at your thing, this will happen anyway, but why not try and enhance that? If you're the best thing in your town for the thing that you do, there's probably a way you can make this work even better. Gifts, etc. Feel free to ask about that, because we've helped people with this quite a lot. When I take on private growth consulting clients, these are the 5 areas I work through. Okay, we set up in month 1 what is the data for each of these 5 things. Sometimes just setting up that data and understanding that data can be a game changer for a business. And then we start to work through and improve. And if you just keep going at each of these 5 areas for an entire year, you can easily double your business in terms of profit made. It's not that difficult, but most people are too busy doing other things to focus on this stuff. But just remember, start with how many referrals do we get per month? Okay, the next of the 5 is conversion rates. And what that means is people that find you converting to a sale. So you might find that of every 5 leads into your business, 2 become customers. Imagine turning that into 3 or 4 of those 5. Your business can double simply with this step. So remember, conversion rate is somebody found you, did they become a customer? Now, this question is where you should start. How many leads are we converting into sales? This could be on your website. There's easy data there. This could be through Facebook Messenger or emails that come into the business or phone calls. How many leads turn into sales? You must answer that question, and then you'll start to see ways that you can improve that. Now, we've got an article that covers this stuff. So if you go over to this article, which is specifically for website conversion rates, but you'll get the drift, and you'll go through there and figure out that actually there's quite a few ways you can enhance the chance of someone being on your website and turning into a customer. So this article just goes through things like the call to action, the shortening the buy process like Amazon with the one-click purchasing, including real basic language so people know exactly what to do. So work through that, because this, again, there's entire agencies who just do this. They help conversion rates on the website, they help conversion rates on the phone, they help conversion rates on the social media. They get into your sales CRM and unpack every lead. Where did they come from? Did they turn into a sale? Have we sold them more things? Have they referred people? There are entire businesses doing that. But the first step is to establish data, which is how many leads are converting into sales. Now, the last step of the 5 that I look at is old mate email marketing. Now, some people would say, oh, this doesn't quite fit with the other areas. Now, the reason that I look at email marketing is because it is a really, really useful thing that most people don't understand or even use. So you should start with this question, which is, what is our current email strategy and is it making revenue for us? If you're an e-commerce business, you've sold a set of golf balls to a golfer. Have you followed up 2 months later, because golfers lose golf balls? If you're an organic food business, have you sent out newsletters with deals and specials and follow-up food? If you're a sports retailer, any e-commerce business is usually using email marketing at some point, because they've got CRMs like Shopify that make it quite easy. But what about other businesses? What are you doing with your email? Could you do better? Are you sending email? How frequently are you sending email? What are the open rates of the email? What are the sales rates? What are the click-through rates to links? Now, I'm going to highlight 2 people here who are based in New Zealand who I recommend you talk to if you want to. This is Spike Marketing. Now, Glenn is fantastic at this stuff. So if you want to explore email marketing, talk to Glenn. He's very good at doing this. He's been doing it for a long time. And I really believe in the power of email marketing. Do not think of spam. Think of a fantastic marketing tool that is going to highly targeted people that want to hear from you and want to buy more from you. The other person that I recommend in New Zealand is Louise. I'll put these links in the video. So Louise Deed is another person that I recommend. She helps people to improve their email marketing. So talk to those guys, because as I said before, you're going to have a sales CRM like Pipedrive or Salesforce or something, and within there you're going to build data over time about the frequency of purchase of these people, the emails that they've responded to, all that sort of good stuff. So make sure you don't disregard email marketing, because I find that most businesses I consult to, once a purchase is made, even if it's an online business, the big retailers will follow you up. Your Amazons, all those big e-commerce retailers have got systems and processes to follow you up. They'll send you targeted things that you might like. They do it very well. But the vast majority of medium-sized businesses and below, so 100 staff or below, don't do anything in this area. Okay, so my promise to you is this: if you go down here and look at this little yellow thing, if you go through the 5 steps above and establish data for each one, and then you think about how to improve each one, and you keep hacking away at this daily or even weekly for an entire year, you could well more than double your business. It's not that hard if you keep grafting away. The reality of marketing is that most of it's actually quite boring work. You have to apply the magic trick to it, which is consistency. Apply consistency to all of these areas and you will grow your business. I can promise you that. Now, that's a longer video than I was anticipating. Hopefully it's been valuable for you. Please click like, please click subscribe, click the links in the description and ask any questions in the comments below. Thanks for your time and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.